Hi everybody, it's Chuck here. I'm going to show you some details on the conversion hose to go from a Fiero to a 3800 Series 2 and also Series 3. What we have here excuse me, is the aluminum ends off of a 3800's air conditioner hose. These are known as manifolds. So this one here in particular sits like this on the car. The compressor is right here coming off of this side, and it's on the back of the engine. They're actually on the front of the engine on the Grand Prix. But this type of manifold here comes off of your 99 Grand Prix, really anything with a Series 2 3800 mid-size car like a Regal, Monte Carlo, Grand Prix, stuff like that. And this is the most common one that we use. It's the easiest one to use. Next one I have here is a little bit more rare. The only place I've ever seen this one before was on a 96 Regal that had a 3800 Series 2 in it. I thought that maybe it would give a little bit more clearance coming off the end of the engine block and stuff there, but it really didn't. It didn't do a whole lot of good. It's still usable, and if that's the kind of manifold that you guys get with your engine or out of the salvage yards, that's perfectly fine too. Now the third one we have, this came off of a 2007 Grand Prix with a Series 3 in it. As you can see, it's a completely different animal. It sits in the car like this, okay, and as you can see, the port sizes are really different, and not only that, it sits clocked 90 degrees from the way the other 3800s are. So if you get a Series 3 3800 and it comes with a compressor that has a manifold like this on it, it's not a problem. We just need to know about it so we get the right hose, because if you get one that has one of these other ends on it, it is not going to work. So I'm going to show you a couple other little things here. This actually is the hose end that comes off of the Fiero, and this is over on the frame rail behind the driver's seat. And so what we do when we make a conversion hose is we take this end of the Fiero here. When you send it to me, cut it about right here, okay? Give me a couple inches there of rubber so I can cut this sleeve off and pull this hose off. If you cut it right up to the end of the aluminum here, it's really hard to grab onto. So leave me an inch or two there. And I'm going to demonstrate the best way to cut these. And this is a really good junkyard trick too. I take these with me on junkyard trips to get these hose manifolds for cores when people can't supply them to me. Ratcheting PVC cutters. This is a piece of regular air conditioner hose here, as you can see. I just like butter. So next thing when you're in the salvage yards to look for is this. This is your pressure sensor, and this screws onto the high pressure side of your air conditioner system, and this is the actual sensor. There's 3 wires in there. You got a signal, 5-volt reference, and a ground, and there's also an O-ring that goes in here. However, I recommend always changing the O-ring, but if you buy them from me, it'll come with a new O-ring anyway. Now, what size is this? If you can see right here, it has a little groove right here in it. That means it's metric. If you ever see that in a bolt, it means it's metric. So what size do you take with you? 14. So there you go. Take yourself a 14-inch wrench and get these on just about any GM car, especially ones with 3800 in them. They're all over the place. This is the switch port. This gets spliced into the line, high pressure side. When I make the hose, it has a brand new O-ring on it. Now if you go and you get yourself a port that's just made for filling with Freon, you're going to have a problem, because it's not going to have that shoulder on it right there. And that shoulder is what the O-ring seats on, and it seats in here in the sensor too. So if you don't have that shoulder there, you screw it on there, that's going to leak. That's going to be a problem for you. So make sure you get the right kind of port there. It's important. All right. Other than that, that's about it. And I'll give you a quick shot here of the actual hose that I make. And that's the Fiero side. It's got number 12, number 8, inline switch port, and it goes to the 3800 end that came off of Grand Prix. So if that explains some stuff for you, takes care of some confusion, and if you have any more questions, just give me a shout. Thanks.